Hey, all you pageant patrons out there, this is Isaac again. And Miss Singapore recently came across my radar. I like what she's doing. You know me, I went straight for the advocacy. I wanted to see what it was. And sure enough, Miss Singapore, who is Priyanka Anuncia, I hope I said that name correctly. And if I didn't, I do apologize. But her advocacy is she wants to fight human trafficking in Thailand. And so apparently she is a private investigator, or she's learning has learned to be a private investigator the last 3 years. And so this statement says she is working with the Alliance for Anti-Traffic, AAT, a nonprofit organization that aims to protect women and children in the region from sexual exploitation, in addition to trafficking. And while I think that is a very worthy cause, I was trying to see her depth in it, and I'm unable to find it. One sentence says she wants to, then this other sentence says she is working with this particular organization. So it's a bit ambiguous to me as to the depth of her advocacy. And then I begin to think, how can Michelle Dee win against someone like this? How can she, because there's going to be plenty of women within advocacy. There are going to be plenty of gorgeous women. How can Michelle Dee stay at the top? Before I go further, a comment was made that someone in the Miss Universe pageant stated that they did not want a recycled queen. That was in my comments. So I was curious. And so sure enough, Miss Anuncia, Miss Singapore, is Miss Supranational 2018. So this is her second time trying for a major crown. How can Michelle Dee stay on top? And this is going to be very quick. One, her styling. One of her styles that she had, it's this retro looking pantsuit. And I heard a lot of people didn't like it. I have to be honest, that so far, that is one of my favorites. That's just me, guys. I like that retro style. And so as long as she stays on point with that, and it looks like her and her designers, her team have worked with designers and they are dressing her awesomely. The second thing is her advocacy. I still go back to that because for me, the depth of her advocacy is going to take her a long way. The third thing is she is going to have to remain authentic. Every time you speak, you cannot sound like a pageant patty, like it's so rehearsed that you can't get anything wrong. You've got to remain authentic. Keep some of yourself in all of your answers. The fourth thing is reminding the fans to remain positive. And as we get closer to November 18th, people are going to go at it. You suck. Our queen's the best, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes that friendly banter is okay. It makes for fun reading in the comments. But when we become toxic and when we really start to degrade another country's candidate, that's what I have the problem with. It's all right for me, it's all right to say, Michelle Dee, she's the best. But I personally don't like to hear, that candidate sucks, you suck, she's horrible. I'm all about mental health. And so I would rather remain positive. Do we think our candidate is, or your candidate is the best? Well, think about the other countries. They think their candidate is the best. They're going to say the same things. And so if we're yelling and talking about them, they're doing the same thing to Michelle Dee. There is no difference. There's toxic fans everywhere. But if we can just decide that we're going to remain positive, that does nothing. That does nothing but help Michelle Dee. And it really helps the reputation of Michelle Dee and also Miss Universe Philippines, the country organization. That's going to help them look good in the sight of the owner. The last thing that I think is going to help Michelle Dee, Filipinos, Bayanihan, you must vote. Peace out.